It is Friday at 8:12 a.m. in suburban Atlanta, and a 38-year-old warehouse supervisor just got paid. By noon, the money already has somewhere else to be. Rent clears first, then the car payment, then the credit card minimum, then the phone bill, then groceries, then gas. By Monday morning, the paycheck that was supposed to bring relief has already turned into recovery. By Tuesday, he is checking his bank app with the same low-level anxiety he promised himself he would fix this year. By Wednesday, the stress is back, and by Thursday night, he is already waiting for next Friday to feel temporary relief again. This is not bad luck. This is not poor character. This is the financial reality for millions of working Americans in 2026. People are not asking where all their money went because they're careless. They are asking because their paycheck is no longer income. It is a transfer system. Money comes in and immediately gets redirected to obligations built weeks, months, and years ago. That is why your paycheck disappears in 3 days, not because you make nothing, because too much of what you earn is already spoken for before you even touch it. This is the part of American finance most people never get taught. Broke does not always mean unemployed. Broke often means fully employed with no financial margin. You can make decent money, work full-time, and still feel like your paycheck belongs to everyone except you. That is what financial pressure looks like in modern America. It is not always dramatic. It is repetitive. It is death by automatic withdrawal. Rent is higher, insurance is higher, groceries are higher, debt payments are stickier, subscriptions multiply quietly, convenience spending fills the emotional gaps, and somewhere inside all of that, people start confusing survival with progress. That is the psychology behind disappearing paychecks. Most people are not overspending in one reckless move. They are being slowly drained by a lifestyle that feels normal, predictable, and just expensive enough to keep them stuck. And before we break down exactly why this happens and how to stop it, hit like, subscribe, and follow Andrew Finance, because this channel is built for normal Americans trying to understand why making money still feels like falling behind. The truth is simple. Your paycheck is not disappearing because you are lazy. It is disappearing because your financial system is quietly designed to consume your income before you ever get the chance to build with it.
The reason your paycheck disappears so fast is not just inflation, it is financial layering. Most Americans are not being crushed by one giant expense. They're being buried by 10 smaller ones, stacked on top of each other, until the paycheck has no room left to breathe. That is what makes this problem hard to notice in real time. No single charge looks catastrophic. It is the combination that quietly destroys cash flow. A streaming subscription here, a car payment there, food delivery twice a week, minimum debt payments, rising insurance premiums, buy now, pay later installments, app renewals, convenience spending, small recurring charges that feel harmless on their own, but deadly when combined. This is how people making $60,000, $70,000, even $90,000 a year still feel broke by the middle of the month. The paycheck is not disappearing in one place. It is being fragmented across too many obligations. And once income gets divided that many ways, it loses power fast. That is the real psychology of paycheck poverty. It's not always low income, it's low flexibility. When every dollar already has a job before it arrives, the paycheck stops feeling like income and starts feeling like temporary relief. That changes how people behave. They stop planning, they start reacting. They avoid looking at numbers. They spend emotionally because the pressure already feels permanent. And that emotional spending matters more than most people admit. When work is stressful and money is tight, convenience starts feeling justified. A $20 meal feels small. A quick Amazon order feels harmless. A weekend reset feels deserved. But repeated emotional spending is what turns financial stress into financial stagnation. Not because people are irresponsible, because they are exhausted. And exhausted people spend to feel relief, not progress. That is why this cycle becomes so hard to break.
The paycheck disappears quickly because it is being attacked from both sides. Fixed obligations take it first, emotional spending finishes what is left. And by the time most people notice the damage, they are already too close to the next payday to do anything except repeat the cycle again. The only way to stop your paycheck from disappearing is to stop treating income like the problem and start treating cash flow like the real issue. Most people think they need a bigger paycheck. Sometimes they do, but more often they need a system that lets more of what they already earn survive long enough to matter. That is the shift. Financial stability usually does not begin when income rises. It begins when leakage slows down. The first fix is visibility. You need to know exactly where the paycheck is going before you can stop it from vanishing. Not roughly, exactly. Every auto payment, every subscription, every debt minimum, every convenience purchase. Most Americans are not broke because of one bad decision. They are broke because too many small decisions became permanent. The second fix is separation. Stop treating all incoming money like one pile. Split fixed bills, flexible spending, and savings immediately. If your checking account holds everything, your brain treats everything as available. That is where most accidental overspending starts. The third fix is friction. Make spending slightly harder. Remove saved cards, delete shopping apps, turn off one-click purchases. Create enough resistance that emotional spending has time to lose momentum. Most bad spending is not planned, it's impulsive and convenient. Friction interrupts both. Then comes the deeper shift. Stop building a lifestyle around full paycheck consumption. That is what keeps people trapped. If every dollar gets assigned to survival, convenience, and recovery, nothing is left to create stability. A paycheck should not arrive and disappear. It should arrive and get directed. That is the difference between earning money and controlling it. A 36-year-old couple in North Carolina making a combined $94,000 a year do not fix their finances by suddenly earning more. They fix them by cutting 5 recurring drains, reducing emotional spending, and finally creating enough margin to make their paycheck last longer than the weekend. That is how real financial change begins, not through dramatic sacrifice, through structure, through awareness, through finally making income stay long enough to serve the person earning it. If this made you think differently about where your money actually goes, like, subscribe, and follow Andrew Finance for more real-world money psychology, smarter financial systems, and practical strategies built for normal Americans trying to stop surviving and start keeping what they earn.